everyone, it's Rachel. Welcome back. Today we are in Brindleton Bay doing another speed build. This one's called Dogwood, so it's kind of like a Cape Cod traditional style home. I definitely got out of my comfort zone with this one. I tend to go for more like modern builds just because I'm just drawn to that type of architecture more. So I never really build this style, so you can see me here kind of working on the roof line and figuring out how to add the dormers in. I did cut a lot of this part out because it did take me quite a while to figure out the roof here. So now I'm just kind of working on the front, doing like this little roof over the porch here, figuring out window placement and just generally how big I want this house to be. And now I've realized that the front door is off center, so I'm just kind of shifting everything over because I can't have an off center door unless I'm doing it intentionally, but this time it was not intentional, so we're just fixing that really quick. And yeah, overall I'm happy with how this house really came out. I think it's super cute. It is kind of small though. It ended up only being 2 bedrooms and 1 bath, but it's on a good size lot, so you could definitely expand this if you needed to. If you end up downloading this and adding it into your game, there's plenty of room for expansion here. So just again, still working on the front. This took me quite a while. And just messing with some columns. I painted it this pretty green color. Also different for me. I think originally I was gonna do yellow, but I just really like how the green ended up looking with this dark wood color. I just think it looks so stunning. And it blends it in with the world really nicely too, because of all the trees and just a lot of green around. And this lot's kind of hidden away. As you can see, it's not directly connected to the road, and yeah, just looking at the lot we're in, it's Hindquarter Hideaway in Brindleton Bay. And trying to add in a chimney here, but I kept getting frustrated because it wasn't perfectly centered. Later on we'll end up adding like a half wraparound porch to kind of blend that in a little bit better. I don't believe it stays in that final position, so we end up moving that. And again, just trying to get it centered, it's just wasn't working out for me. But that's okay. We will move on. Adding in the fireplace now. I know it doesn't really matter where the fireplace goes because the chimney is fake, but I like to try to line them up if possible. And now I'm working on the floor plan. So as you can see, like I said before, it ends up being pretty small, only 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. And I do believe it ends up being a little bit pricey. Let me actually just open up my game just to see how much this ended up being, because I honestly don't remember. I do know that it's definitely not a starter home price though. So yeah, this ended up being 70,745 simoleons, so definitely not a starter home price here. However, it is starter home size. You could just use the free real estate cheat. Didn't hurt anyone. So now I'm working on just laying out the floor plan for like the main room here. It's an open kitchen, dining, living room area, which I really liked. I definitely think it helps make the house feel a lot bigger than what it is. I know usually in like traditional style houses, each room is kind of like closed off, but I think opening that up here really helps and makes it seem more spacious, especially if this is the room you're first walking into. And I like how the kitchen is sort of tucked away in the back here. I tried to do that interesting thing with the half wall, but I end up deleting that and just kind of making the kitchen more of an L shape. You'll see in a minute. Yeah, it's looking pretty neutral now. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to lay this out. This isn't the final color of the furniture yet. I'll go back and change the swatches in a second. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure everything's laid out nicely. I'm not the best at floor plans, so here's where I'm changing the kitchen to more of that L shape. I just feel like it flowed better. And again, tried to put curtains on the window there, but they kept clipping with the counter, so I had to delete that, and I just ended up putting the cabinets there instead. That small one didn't clip that much, so I figured it was okay. And yep, didn't forget a bin. I sometimes forget to put the outdoor one, but I promise you that this house does have an outdoor bin and an indoor bin. And it's got a dishwasher, coffee maker, because really, who can live without coffee? And since we're in the pets world, I put those little dog treats on the counter, and I put a dog bowl in a little bit as well. I did forget to put in a dog bed though, but I'm just assuming that the dog can just sleep on the couch and the bed. I don't really play The Sims 4 that much, like with actual Sims. I just really like to build in it, so I'm not sure how that functionality works, but you could just stick in a dog bed if you decide to play with this house. And here I go changing the colors of everything. I really liked that dark blue wallpaper. I thought it was stunning, especially with the dark wood floors. So I'm just kind of going around and just adding some wall art, changing swatches as I go. I'm kind of all over the place when I build, and especially when I furnish. I joined the Sims 4 bandwagon pretty late, so I'm still learning where all the objects and stuff are in the catalog. So half the time I am decorating and I see another object and I'm like, ooh, I like this, and then I'll go stick it in another room or something. So you'll see me kind of jump back and forth. I try to cut some of that out because I feel like it could be kind of like dizzy to watch. Like you might get dizzy or motion sick. I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it. But yeah, just going around adding some more decorations. I really like how this room came out, and I love those old like Tiffany lamps. I really want one in real life. Changing the frames. I just thought the gold was a little too warm. I used a lot of cool colors there. And I put this little leash holder in the entryway. Ugh, I would love to have a nice fancy one like that in real life. I just have some hook on the wall right now, but it gets the job done. I thought this little entryway was really cute. I think the statues that came with the pets pack, so cute. I used a couple of them around in this build. How could I not? Adding in a little coat rack, some more decor, and a little chair. So you can sit down and like put your shoes on or take your shoes off right when you come in. And you got your little drop zone off to the left. And now we're just decorating the little front porch area. Like I said, I'll expand this on the left side of the house later on in the build. And it ended up being really nice porch space. Here's another example of me finding some more kitchen stuff that I liked while I was decorating outside, and I just went and stuck it in. That's what I meant. I just kind of am all over the place when I furnish, but here we go, expanding the porch. And deleting that so we can get the roof, because I wanted to have it covered, but it ended up not looking well. I'm just trying to figure out how to fit in a door here. So it's kind of cramped, but I mean, it still works. There's a clear path where you can walk around it. I did use move objects for a few things in this build, but I don't think that should affect the functionality. Apologies in advance if there's an issue, but hopefully it should be good. And here we go, just figuring out the roof. I initially tried to have it the same length as that roof that's covering the front door there, but it just didn't look right. It looked massive, so we just have this little baby roof. I think it worked out fine. And now I kind of don't mind the chimney being a little off center. I think it's actually kind of more interesting that way. I think having the porch and the door and like just the one window there, that difference kind of makes the whole off-centeredness of the chimney kind of work better. Just adding some nice columns. Alright, and we are back inside. Just adding some more decor to the main, I guess I'll call this a great room here. And for this build, I think I tried to use only base game and pets. And of course, no CC. So we're moving on to the bathroom now. It's a pretty small bathroom, but has everything you need. Adding in a sink, a toilet. Didn't like that toilet, so we deleted it. Can't forget the toilet paper. Now, this mirror I love. I think it's so pretty, especially in the gold swatch, but I didn't use it. I just kind of wanted to try to keep the color theme throughout this house kind of cohesive. Adding in a little shelf with some little toiletries on it, cute little rug. And I changed the wallpaper in this room like 3 times because I just couldn't make up my mind, but I thought the yellow looked nice with the blue sink. So now this is the main bedroom here. It starts off pretty boring and a lot of brown with the colors, but I eventually change it and make it a bit brighter. Just trying to figure out the main layout because once I put the bed in and the end tables, I realized how small this room was, but I managed to fit in a desk with a computer and a dresser and a standing floor mirror. So here I am just kind of placing things, rearranging. Here's where I put the desk in. And I think I used one of the more expensive computers. That definitely didn't help with the budget here of this house, but it has everything you need. And I think this rug here is kind of geared towards kids' rooms, but there's a couple of swatches in there that I like for like living rooms or like bedrooms like this. Really liked this dresser. I thought it was cool and I like the size of it. It's perfect for small bedrooms just like this. So again, just rearranging things just to kind of make it flow better. I don't like that the desk is kind of like right in the room as you walk in, but it didn't really fit anywhere else. We made it work. I made it work. I like to put things on angles. I just think it looks, especially plants and stuff, just makes it look more interesting, I think. And here's where I'm lightening up the room. I made it kind of that like yellowy beige color, changing the bed, and the lamps. It's warm, cozy, cute. I really like it. I like how if you were laying in the bed, you could look right out the window. There's nothing there yet. We'll landscape it later on, but I think that's really nice. And just adding in the lights. And now we're back out in the living room, just adding a few more final touches to this space out here. I snuck one of those little, I think it's a little cat statue next to the fireplace. So cute. I need one of those in real life. I am such a big cat person, although I love dogs as well. And I have both, but if there's a cat themed object, I'm a sucker for it and I will try to put it in my build. So here I'm adding in a little archway just for the hallway here. Thought it was nice to close that off. And the second bedroom, I set it up as a kid's room, so it starts off very pink. I changed that again. changing it right now. And I'm also just working on laying this out. I really like these little pictures. I think they all look cute together, especially when you stack them like this, or even putting them horizontally is nice too. And I love that little dog Blarfy. It has some really cute swatches. Just decorating. I put a desk in this room as well, but there's no computer. I just figured the kid would need a space to do their homework, even though realistically they'll probably just end up sitting at the dining table out there, but I thought it would be nice to give them their own desk. And I really wish I kept that fishbowl there. That looked so cute. I don't know why I changed it, but I did. Little activity table, some posters, because is it really a kid's room without a bunch of posters everywhere? I don't think so. And of course you need a toy box. I wish we had some more like posters in this game, but I think we're about done with this room here. I'm just gonna add some wall decals now just to finish it off. Make that little bunny one a little smaller. I didn't like how big it was. That unicorn was so stinking cute, and I thought it matched the wall color perfectly. That room's done. Now we're gonna move on to landscaping here, which is my favorite part. Just love filling up yards. I don't like doing like backyards and porches that much, just because I feel like I don't really know what to put there besides like tables, chairs, like a grill. I mean, what else can you really put there? But so I'm just kind of fencing in the yard here, adding in some monkey bars. Now, I don't have all of the packs, so I don't know for The Sims 4, so I don't know if this object exists, but in The Sims 3 there was like a tower that you could put in the backyard for the kids to play in, kind of like a swing set type of thing. And I really wish we had something like that in base game here, but all we really have is the monkey bars, so I always just stick those in if I'm doing a kid's room. Just putting some bushes and flowers everywhere, making it look really cute. It's kind of a small yard, but like I said, I still think there's plenty of room. I managed to fit in the monkey bars and some planter pots there if your sim wants to garden. I just think it turned out really pretty. Just doing some terrain paint. I love this one with the little pebbles. I always use it. I think it's perfect for backyards. Going in, adding the dirt under the plants, I just think that makes it look so realistic. I know everybody does this and I can see why. It really does make a difference. And here's the planter pots going in. And now we're working on the front landscaping. And I really like these bushes. I use them around pretty much the whole house. Just use those big round ones to fill in any gaps. Adding some cute like flowers out front. I kind of did this cool like diagonal thing with these flowers here in the front. I think it ended up looking really nice. And for landscaping, I don't know, I just kind of pile things on top of each other. I have move objects on here so I can easily like stack things if I want to, and just make sure things aren't like, I feel like if you don't have move objects on, you can't put the plants like as close together as you would want. So I always have move objects on when I landscape. I'll size different bushes and flowers up, size other ones down, and I always rotate the plants, especially this is another feature in The Sims 3 that I wish they brought in The Sims 4. When you would put plants down and they would be like different sizes. I really wish they would bring that back they would put that in The Sims 4, but that's why it's important to rotate the plants to kind of make them look a little bit different, even though it's the same plant. Just make them look like they're not sitting the exact same way. So now we're just adding some final touches, just going in and putting the outside lights around. And then after this, what we're gonna do is add some trees and stuff to the front. I put a little light post. But yeah, we're nearing the end of the build here. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you like this. You can download it on the Sims 4 gallery at Rachie Sims, same way it's spelled here.
Bepasama Shiro.
Fanib Nitva.
Ubarig Lire.
Skooma.
Ugh, Flina.